Hi, Karen from QuantumHeartAwakening. Good morning. This will be a body support reading. There has been pretty intense movement within the soulmate cycle, and I thought, what better way to support this work by checking in with the body. Okay, let's see where we go. Okay, the biggest overall message right here is we are learning to bring our body to the table along with this work. We are learning to alchemize the work within the body to preserve this equilibrium and to access greater mystical and physical endurance and fortitude. Okay. I don't know why I made this reading so complex. I just kept going. Oh, goodness. It's a lot. Let me see where to begin. All right, there's something here about taking stock. We are taking stock of our physical lives. We are taking stock of this physical vessel, our actual tangible physical body. What are its limitations? And by the way, any time you hear me ask a question, just know that this would be a great journal topic. So you can pause and go back and write them down later, but I'm going to be just throwing out a bunch of questions, which if you've been following me thus far, you've noticed that that's a very common thing I do. It's for deeper, further introspection down the road. And so don't put any sort of crazy pressure on yourself to answer these questions in real time. You can always go back and write these questions down, because every single question, even though I'm saying them pretty quickly and I'm rattling them off, each question you could probably sit with for about a week or a month. So, or as long as it takes for you to, peel back the layers of whatever that thing is. So take your time with this. As always, this is the advice for any work that you do. No one can dictate your timeline with this work. What dictates your timeline is what you came here in Earth School to learn, what your mission is here to do while you're a vesseled human on this planet, and your contracts you made with other souls and with the divine, whatever that looks like. So no one can dictate this. No one can rush it, including you. You may want to be through something faster than you actually are, and that too is a gift and a lesson in patience. Okay, let's get back into this. Excuse me. Okay, there's a narrative here around that we're not quite ready to fix the thing. Right now, we are stepping into this beautiful divine role as the divine witness. We are just observing our physical bodies in our current reality. It's really easy with this soul work and this path to, I always say through illumination, that we can get really caught up in the psycho-spiritual journey and forget the physical journey, that our bodies are actually the grand stage in which this entire dance and play is being carried out. So it's really easy to put our bodies last on this journey. And it's really easy to put our bodies last even if you're not consciously walking this spiritual path upward and inward and outward and all the places. It's just really easy, right? If you're in, I was going to say if you're in the United States, I feel like we have such a hustle culture here, and it's so, it's not inclusive of this deep, deep, slow honoring. Other cultures, other indigenous cultures especially, they didn't see their bodies and themselves as separate from nature. They recognized that nature and them were one, right? That was a big, big theme. And that's something that we have to contend with on the spiritual journey, because we are out of sync with the natural world. We are trying to keep up with this modern pace of life, but it's not the pace of the soul. It's not the speed at which the soul thrives. And so something that we are learning how to do is to intentionally calibrate the system so that we can, of course, continue to show up in this modern world and raise our kids and go to work and accomplish our goals and whatever else we're here to do, while also honoring the truth of our spiritual existence in this physical body. So again, this is another version of the transpersonal bridge, right? The transpersonal is this, sorry, I've just got a whole separate message. So just to tie that up, we are learning to be this bridge between the quantum and the 3D. Okay. This is a really cool message in this. Where's my feather? I need my feather. In this area right here, we have the unfinished symphony and the never-ending story in reverse. What's really cool about this, we are recognizing that there is an unfinished story or unfinished relationship that we have to tidy up with our bodies, with our physical vessels. Maybe it's with our self-worth or our self-image. But we have the never-ending story in reverse, meaning we are stopping a cycle. This is a really cool message. I've never had these two cards come out together, and what a fun little flip-flopping there. So yes, we recognize that work has to be done with our relationship with our physical vessels. And you know what the image I'm getting? It's like you put the foot, sorry, I'm just laughing at myself that you can't see me. I'm standing and I'm doing it, but you can't see me and I'm cracking up. Okay. The image I'm getting is that there's this never-ending story, right? Maybe it's self-deprecating, maybe it's negative self-talk, maybe it's like self-criticism, self-judgment, whatever. And it's like you just put your foot in the door before the door slams shut on this finality, on hammering in these stories as truth. It's like, no, I'm going to stick my foot in the door and stop that right now. So it's this really fun, beautiful, and I didn't realize, sorry, in one moment, my entire breath just got taken away from me. That was interesting. Okay, the denser message in that just happened to me. I really honor if some of you have been in or are in currently abusive dynamics where you've tried to work on yourself over and over and over again, but someone keeps stealing literally your voice away from you. I haven't had that happen in a while, where literally something took my air out of my lungs. Like I couldn't even talk. I had to stop and take a whole nother breath. It's a very, it's an interesting experience for me. I don't know if you want to hear this, but it feels very violating. That's the emotion and feeling. I feel violated right now. So I'm honoring if some of you are in situations or grew up in situations where you got the message that your body and your voice were not your own. You have done, sorry, I'm feeling the tears coming on. You have done an impeccable job at preserving your soul flame. There's a part of your soul that has not and will not go out, despite whatever you've been through, despite whatever trauma has moved through your physical vessel, either your own or from past lives, or even through your lineage. You've done an impeccable, pristine job at preserving this soul flame. If you can see in this preservation card, we have the skeleton, and then I don't know if you can make out, but they're in this womb space, there's a child. And you notice like everything else is kind of dark and dead around this skeleton. And then we have this glorious seed of hope, the seed of life. It reminds me of the alchemical child. Usually the alchemical child is shown in some sort of vessel, like a chemistry, like a, I don't know, like a flat, not a flask, but I don't know what they're called, but you get the idea. And so there's this self-containment. It's like nothing, all of this darkness and death and pain and whatever else and lack of growth. There's like a, if you notice, like nothing's growing around this darkness, nothing's growing. And yet there's this seed of hope in this womb space. And out of this seed of hope, there's these flowers and greenery. Ooh, that's a really beautiful image, but really dense. Yeah, I'm fighting back the tears right now. So I just want to honor those who have really survived through insurmountable pain and blockages and judgments and criticisms. Again, like I said, this could be yours from this lifetime, yours from a previous lifetime, or it can be from your lineage, from anyone. So this is kind of, we're casting a very wide net here. But we're casting a wide net while also always standing in accountability. It doesn't matter if it's yours from this lifetime, another lifetime, or from your lineage, your ancestral line. It is yours. You are the cycle breaker. You have been chosen. If it's coming into your awareness, take that as a sign that you have been chosen. This is a divine initiation, a divine calling. At some point along the way of the spiritual journey, you've either consciously or unconsciously accepted this ordination, and you've been called to this task. You've been called to take care of this bit of your lineage. Yeah, this leads into this next kind of area here. We have the fates and building blocks in reverse. So for whatever reason, it has been your ancestral fate to be stuck when you were stuck, to flow when you were flowing. There's something here about things had to unfurl exactly as they had to in order for you to assess and take stock of what's missing, what needs to be, so that you can actually build it in this life. Wow, that's a cool message. All right, then we have the Here and Now card and New Life. There's something about, and this is another, you could tell me to shut up, but I'm not going to. I'm always going to talk about Carolyn Myss because she's just my person. Everyone I know on this spiritual path has like their person, that mentor, that book they read, that thing they heard, that song they heard, that will always speak to them and call them to this higher truth, higher power. For me, that's Carolyn Myss. Why did I bring her up? There's a reason. Oh, because she always talks about in her energy anatomy life, and also she always, the whole point of this work is to be able to get your energy in present time. There's something here about when you can release your pain and any debris from the past and call your spirit back from the worry and the projections in the future, you get to be whole and self-sourced, grounded in the present moment. Essentially, you will have all of your resources in the present moment if you can do this, and then and only then can you cultivate this earth and plant seeds for this new life. Yeah, there's something also, wow, this is such an out of left field kind of message, but there's something about returning to that moment when your soul exited the ovoid of creation, the egg of creation. And this came up because of this egg right here. That you can always call upon that moment, that that exact moment when your soul left the ovoid of creation and all of the world, all of life, all of the quantum field was open to you. The world of possibility was infinite in that moment. This is a very specific message that, rooted in this here and now moment, you have access to every other here and now moment that from the past, present, or future. It is in flowing with this transpersonal experience that we could cultivate these seeds of new life. It is interesting witnessing the language that's coming through me. You know, we have the ovoid, the egg, the, seeds, earth, seeds, cultivation. It's a lot of birthing energy. Okay. Yeah, I just want to honor where your self-love has been absent. Let's just take a moment to honor all of the places in time and space where we have not been able to show up for our physical bodies, where we have criticized our bodies, where we have been frustrated or angry towards our bodies, those moments where we were not able to access self-love and instead we were critical and judgmental and we wanted to cut and paste our body and edit it and audit it and change it and poke and prod our bodies and squeeze them into things and places, or squeeze our bodies into relationships or jobs or situations that were not in alignment. Let's just honor that. Let's shed. Oh, I can't talk. Let's send so much love and compassion and shed light on that difficulty. This was such a profound flavor of chaos for some of you, including myself. We have this chaos and conflict card. There's something here about being so uncomfortable in your own skin that you were forced to build your foundation on this discomfort, and because of that you were not stable. Okay, I'm getting an even denser message here about times when you have not honored your body's expression. More specifically, when you have either done things that were against your truth, or you've been put in situations where someone else crossed your own physical boundary. This is really dense stuff. So if something resonates for you in that, if you've had a physical trauma, a physical boundary crossing experience, which I hate to say this, but sadly, I think most of us have had some version of this narrative. Send those parts of you that experience those moments such profound grace and love, empathy, compassion, and understanding. Honor that you may have not had the fortitude to confront these moments from your past, but you do now. There's something about you have the strength now to discern what needs to go. You're able to access and actually release all that no longer serves this present moment. You have reached a critical mass of self-esteem, self-love, self-confidence that you can actually trust in your intuition, and you could actually lean back on your throne of discernment, right? You have this throne, this sacred throne of discernment where you don't have to go chasing your tail and questioning every single move. You have everything you need within you to discern what is a healthy next choice for your body. Reminding you, this is a physical body support reading. So everything we're saying, we're looking through the lens of body, of the physical vessel. I gotta do some emotional release, shaking it out. Okay. All right, we're shifting energies. Okay, we're moving into the self-care piece. There's some of you in the unconscious, we have this be still card. There's some of you that because of a million reasons, you're not able to ground and be still in the same room with this information. Or rather, you're not able to be still and know you are loved in the face of this chaos. If that's true for you, and it is for some of you, that is your work, is to practice being still and being in the same room as these denser energies of the insecurity, of the boundary crossing. This is really intense. I know I say these things lightly and they come flying out of my mouth in a kind of a casual way, but each bullet point of what I'm saying is its own, some of this work could take several years to confront, especially body work. It's such a sensitive topic. It's so personal and so woven. These threads are woven throughout this kind of grand tapestry, and they affect everything we do. This is a message for some of you to physically make a sacred space for you to drop deeper into some sort of meditative space with these denser energies. Maybe to even drop in and bring source with you. You don't always have to have the answers. In fact, if you can get to a place where you're empty enough and you're sitting directly in front of the mystery with the mystery, the answers will come to you. Okay, now I'm going to throw out specific random messages. There's a message here that some of you do need some external support. That could look like a mentor, hiring a coach, reaching out to me, reading books that are in alignment with your soul's calling. There's something here about not sitting alone in it if it's too much for you. Yes, the ultimate goal is to be able to hold our center for love of self and other in all flavors of chaos. And while that's true, it can also be too much, and that's okay to reach out for help. It's actually important to do that if you feel that your nervous system is going to is just going to be flooded by actually stepping deeper into this work. Okay. Let's see. Okay, this whole section here is in the reverse. We have build strength, beauty ritual, sync with the moon, and connect with crystals. Okay, the message I'm getting in this is that some of you are very uncomfortable when it comes to putting yourself in the center of needing help or support, right? It's really easy to be in service to everyone else, right? Especially if we had low self-worth growing up, or if we inherited stories that we're not good enough on our own. There's something here about learning to receive and learning to invest in self. I'm specifically, out of everything that's showing up, the beauty ritual and the building strength ritual feel very loud to me. So again, this could be remember, we're talking about the body. So this can be an actual message of how strong are you? Where is your endurance and your strength, your physical strength? Are you feeling strong? Are you feeling weaker than you have in the past? Is that something that interests you in building up that strength? What version of building strength feels really good? We're so used to building strength emotionally and spiritually and psychologically, but building the physical vessel supports all of those things, right? The physical vessel, again, is the grand stage in which we play out all these other dynamics. So the physical body has to be first. One of my mentors always said, our mind is in the body, and the body is in the world. Meaning whatever we do on this psycho-spiritual, mental, intellectual path, it's moving through our bodies. We bring our bodies with us, whether they're a conscious key player or more something that's supporting us in the background. the body runs through all these facets of life. So again, what form of building strength feels really good to you? Do you like lifting weights? Do you like, I mean, this woman looks like a boxer and she has her eyes closed and her third eye open. That's really interesting. So for some of you that have not had a lot of experience with building your physical body, I think you're going to be very shocked at how many spiritual insights arrive as you step into this physical work. So that's going to be a fun little surprise, just kind of footnote that I said it so that you kind of keep an eye out for it. No pun intended. Okay. And then, yeah, the other thing, the beauty ritual, why that stands out for me, it's like we can spend so much money and so much time and energetic currency on all these other things. But for feminine energy, and I don't know why I'm getting this specifically for feminine energy, for feminine energy, beauty is incredibly important. And I don't just mean physical beauty, and there's no one definition of what beauty is, but it's in the process of coming deeper, it's in the process of coming deeper into relationship with beautifying the vessel, beautifying our temple, decorating the temple. And this could be our physical bodies, or this could be places where our physical bodies are. Our bedroom, our home, our car, our office, our desk, maybe, things that would help you feel beautiful. And again, this could have nothing to do with appearance at all. Yes, it could, be a nourishing, new makeup or new clothes to adorn the body. Yes, sure, it could be those things. But remembering that beauty is a feeling, right? Being beautiful, feeling beautiful. It's more important to embody the energetics of this thing that we call beauty and less important about what it is. So some of you, this may feel awkward and clunky and wonky and wobbly and all the things, all the uncomfortable things. But again, you're being called deeper on this path of finding your flavor of beauty. It could be as simple as like finding a really beautiful painting to hang over your desk. So when you're working and when your mind wanders, you could wander up to this beautiful painting and remind you of that feeling that it gives you, that serenity, that fulfillment, whatever that is for you. It's interesting. I think it was the reading yesterday or whenever we were talking about frequencies and music as healing. We have sound healing here and look to the stars. Again, some of you, I love astrology. I wouldn't say I know enough to teach about it. Not at all. I'm very far from it. However, there is so much information that could support your journey by looking into your birth chart and looking at your different placements. So yeah, that's a message for someone. And then we have this dance with life card. Do something to change your energy. Remember that we are just shifting states of consciousness and we're constantly flowing in and out of all these things. And as feminines, or the feminine energy, and by the way, this isn't just for feminine energy, this is a body support reading. There's something here about, practicing dancing with the chaos. Maybe you can create a ritual that honors the chaos, that sends such profound gratitude to chaos, because human chaos, as I always say, is divine safety. So there's something about like putting on your favorite dance song and maybe like inviting chaos to be your dance partner and just go all out and just have a ball. There's another message here about getting grounded. Empaths and highly sensitive people, maybe connecting in nature. It's starting, it's springtime, maybe being barefoot on the earth might be supportive. And for some of you, there's something here that something with your body has been preventing you from saying yes to something. So I don't know what that is for you, but we have this message here that says just say yes. So instead of putting yourself through the rigmarole and the chaos, honor what your body's actually telling you. And if you feel called to do something, I don't know what it is, only you'll know what it is. Maybe it's a pottery class, maybe it's a dance class, maybe it's a walk in the woods, maybe it's getting that new outfit that's a little too expensive, but you really want it. And, who knows what it is, or the new moisturizer that's like fancy and you don't want to, splurge, but maybe it's time to just say yes. I have no idea what it could be. It could be anything, but dial into that. And then when you finally do say yes, pay attention to your body. Pay attention to how it feels. Anchor that experience in, anchor it as a reference point. It's a beautiful, beautiful, sacred thing when you can say yes to your body's deepest requests, when you can say yes to your body's deepest desires. What a beautiful tandem relationship that is between body and mind. Body has a desire, the mind makes it happen. You take action, and then together you can receive that which you desire. Okay, we also have this deep replenishment card, retreat, rest, and be held. Yeah, for some of you, if you've been saying no to that kind of pricey, expensive retreat, maybe it's time to say yes. Or maybe you've been not allowing yourself to make a request. For some of you that your body has not been touched in quite a while, maybe you can make a request to have a friend hold you, or your mother or a sibling or someone you care about and trust to hold you, to physically, maybe it's just a request for a really long hug, right? 20 seconds or longer, that's the rule for hugs. Okay, and then we have leap. You go first, the universe will catch you. Okay, sorry. Okay, we're winding down, but there's all these other messages, so I'm going to rattle through them pretty quickly. In reverse, we have the Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? And it's in reverse. So again, for the people that have been avoiding looking at this stuff, it's time. You're being called to step into the role as the divine parent and parent these parts of you that are physically in chaos. I need to put these right side up because I can't read them. Hold on. The age of light, you've been training for this for lifetimes, and soul family, call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. That was in the reverse. So again, including this body stuff, and especially for those of you that have, including myself, that have shame and pain and insecurity and feel a bit too vulnerable diving into this work by yourself. Again, you don't have to do this stuff alone. Reach out for help. Drop into your intuition, your discernment, and access what is the best possible path through this for you. It's going to differ for everybody. Okay, I think I'm going to leave it there. This was beautiful. I hope this was supportive, and sending you all a lot of love, and I'll see you in the next.